cats are the bane of our lighting smart home existence.
Yeah, I
That's
bet.
And
funny.
so I've just tried to get creative, and it's been a little difficult. Some of it is like sensor placement. So like one of the hue sensors, I got on a ladder, and it's basically like up on the almost like on our ceiling, so that
Mm,
it basically doesn't the field of view doesn't hit the ground level, but
yeah.
it hits if like a human is walking, it'll catch us, but it won't catch a cat. There was a fun exercise of me on my hands and knees crawling up and down our staircases to see if it would register me, and getting it high enough so that it didn't pick me up pretending to be a
Amazing.
cat. So I did that. But like our basement, I'm in my basement now, and this has been the hardest part because they come down here a lot, and this is where I have the Apollo. I have their MSR 2 millimeter wave radars. I've got two of them
Hmm.
that basically covers the whole main basement. This is kind of like an office, and then there's just like a big room that's got our
Right.
TV and like all the fun stuff and books and things. And the cats play down there. They've got a huge cat tree, and anytime they come in the basement, it detects presence. And there was no way of filtering them out without filtering people out, and then get leading to this thing where it's just so unreliable. And so just when I got a couple of new hue sensors, what I've switched to is the Apollo sensors are there just to basically detect presence and turn the lights off, but not to turn them on. And then I've got in the staircase, there's just a PIR hue sensor that is high enough that the cats don't trigger it, but any human walking down the stairs turns it on. And then this office door, I just have a contact sensor on that. When you open the door, it also turns the lights on. And so those are that's the workarounds. Like I had to get more sensors to basically
Yeah.
have it so that if I walk down the basement stairs, the lights, and I love Home Assistant for this, like I do like a 3-second fade up. So it just feels
Yes.
like they're just kind of like waking up for you rather than like just turning on, which is cool, but not as cool. And so
Yeah.
you're walking down the steps, and it's like by the time you reach the bottom of the stairs, the lights have like turned on for you. And then when you're down here, the millimeter wave radars keep the lights from going off because they detect that you're down here. But if I go into this office and I'm like working, and then there's no one in there, the lights will go off. And so then if I open the door again, the lights come back on. And
Yeah.
I had to do like a sensor group because we also have a bathroom that is attached. And the one area I'm still probably working on a little bit is like if you go into the bathroom, the motion sensor in there, which is another just hue motion sensor, will just
Yeah.
turn the bathroom lights on. And I have that just
Nice.
on a more dumb kind of like, if you don't detect motion for 5 minutes, turn the bathroom lights off. So unless you're sitting very still for a while in the bathroom, it serves good enough.
Nice.
But then I was like, oh yeah, but then if you're in there, the millimeter wave radars don't detect you, and so it'll turn the basement lights off. And then when you walk out, there's no trigger to turn them back on. What do I do here? And so the workaround was like, okay, if I do a sensor group where it's like basement occupancy is basically the millimeter wave radars plus the bathroom sensor, and as if those are all clear for like 5 minutes, then you can turn the lights off. But if any one of them has any motion or detection, then keep the basement lights on. And so I think that kind of will solve that issue enough for now. So that was kind of the the rigmarole in figuring that out and trying to filter out the cats.
It's interesting because the only other thing I could think of is like without positioning sensors. I think your solution is fantastic. I was my would next train of thought would have been, okay, I'm gonna have to get cameras in the house and use like not to plug Reolink here. I use Reolink myself, so I know it has a feature. Ubiquitous probably got the same thing, but in the cameras they have the AI detection built into the camera, so you can say, okay, what is a person? What is an animal? And then you would have a camera in the corner when a person's detected. Okay, now turn the lights on, as opposed to an animal, right? But then you've got to have cameras in your house, and that sort of, yeah, gets a bit creepy.